Down by 15 in the third quarter, Jayson Tatum is gonna ISO right here, goes to the basket and throws up a tough shot. From there, both him and the rest of the Celtics are kind of jogging back as if they're the ones with the big lead. And right here you have a situation where 4 guys are basically watching the ball. Hachimura uses that and just runs to the basket, has a wide open lane and easily dunks it. Stefan calls a timeout, but coming out of it, Boston commits 4 straight turnovers in consecutive possessions. This type of effort and the loss to the last placed Washington is a culmination of Boston's horrible form recently. And after starting the season 8-3, they're now looking awful, winning just 5 out of the last 15 games. So what's the problem all of a sudden? Let me share my thoughts and try to answer that. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it. After the game, one thing that stood out to me was Jaylen Brown's response to a question about the lack of ball movement.
You guys hit a high water mark with 30 assists against Toronto. Since then, it seems like your ball movement has just really slipped. What do you think is behind that?
No comment.
The Celtics are second to last in the league in assists, and to a degree, that's by design. When you have athletic wings who can hit shots like Tatum and Brown, as well as a shifty guard like Kemba, I guess you allow them to do their thing from time to time. But being on the bottom of the list, combined with that long pause and no comment by Jaylen, I don't know, it seems like he's holding something back. Is this a bit of a chemistry issue? And that seems more realistic after Kemba was asked about possibly holding a players-only meeting, something that he dismissed as ineffective. Speaking of Walker though, excluding the last couple of games, he seems to be one of the main problems for this team. At 16 points per game and shooting an awful 36.5% from the field, he is nowhere near the key piece that could help Boston get to the finals. The coming back from injury excuse can only be used for so long. He needs to be held accountable for his play. And yeah, the Celtics were missing Jayson Tatum for some time as well as Marcus Smart for the past 2 weeks, but I feel like the rest of the team should be better than a 13-13 record, which leads me to my next point. Boston's bench is second to last in the league when it comes to bench points. So for a team that has high hopes and expectations of winning the East, the Celtics sure have a lot of holes to fill, both from some of the bench guys as well as some of the main players. And that takes us to my final question. Is Danny Ainge finally ready to pull the trigger on a big trade? A few days ago, Kevin O'Connor from The Ringer posted this, saying that there are talks around the league that this team is looking to make some moves. Well, from that post last Saturday, they went 1-4, so now there's definitely way more sense of urgency to do something and try to upgrade this roster. I'm excited for these young wings to finally be able to get to the next level, but without some help at 13-13 at the moment, that feels like a fantasy for them right now. Let me know in the comments who do you think is a potential target for the Celtics. That's it for now. Subscribe and talk to you in the next one. Peace out. Let's go. We back in it, baby. We back.